A liberal Missouri advocacy group went to court today to challenge restrictions placed on its ability to record Missouri Senate committee meetings under the state's Sunshine Law.
The Attorney General would enforce.
Until last year, the Missouri Senate had for decades allowed virtually unfettered access to its hearings by the electronic media. Suddenly, the rules changed and reporters with cameras were required to get advance permission from a committee chairman.
We asked to record the meetings. We were denied.
Progress Missouri names 3 offenders, including Jefferson City's Mike Kehoe. Also on the list is Bolivar's Mike Parson, who wants to be Missouri's next governor.
You know, I have one of the largest committees, one of the busiest committees at the state capitol, and it does take a lot of room, and that's why we tried to provide the video and all the audio for anybody to hear.
We should not be.
Parson says gavel-to-gavel records of his hearings are made by a Senate communications staffer, and Progress Missouri has access. The state says that complies with the Sunshine Law. The Attorney General says there are 2 issues before the court.
First, the openness of Senate proceedings, and then second, the ability of the Senate to determine the rules of its own proceedings.
And the latter may be the more important. The Attorney General points to the constitutional language that gives the Senate the authority to set its own rules. The state argues, in effect, that trumps the statutory constraints of the Sunshine Law.
The Attorney General's position would lead to dangerous and absurd results.
Progress Missouri says the Senate cannot be allowed to exempt itself from any law it does not like simply by making a rule. Moreover, it cannot be allowed to grant or deny recording access to its proceedings based on who it likes or does not like.
What if the rule said is men may hold the microphone,
right,
but women may not hold the microphone?
You definitely could run into equal protection claims, and certainly those may be viable claims.
It gets real arbitrary real fast, and the easiest way to solve all this is for the Senate to just abide by the Sunshine Law as it's passed.
Now, Judge Beadham today made no ruling from the bench. And full disclosure, on at least one occasion, a KRCG 13 news camera was denied permission to bring a camera into one of Senator Parson's hearings. However, we are not